Hi there, my name's Caroline and I've been solving dog behaviour problems for around 20 years now. Of course, 20 years ago, things were a little different to the way they are now. Most of the techniques that were being used at the time were based on out-of-date sort of pack leader and dominance and submission theories. At times they could be quite harsh and sometimes they might have even been described as abusive. Um, Unfortunately, the pack leader term has become connected with dominance and submission theories and has come to represent a kind of a bully figure, a sort of a dominant individual, dominant person. As soon as you hear the word pack leader, you immediately think of that dominance and alpha stuff, which is a real shame. Because for me, a pack leader is a sort of a favorite teacher or a granddad. They're cozy, they're fun, they make you feel safe, and they're a nice, calm, and knowledgeable role model for you, or for your dog. I tried to reflect this in a book that I wrote in 2009 called How to Be the Perfect Pack Leader. I wish I'd called it something else now because we immediately associate the pack leader label with that kind of bully role. And it's really just, it's more about that cozy caregiver for me than an assertive pack leader. And that's really what I wanted everybody to aim for when they were reading the book and trying to be a good pack leader for their dog. Anyway, that whole dominance and submission thing didn't sit very well for me. And initially, I just needed a way to help my own dog with her own anxieties. I certainly didn't want to bully her into submission. So I spent a lot of time researching dog behavior and creating techniques that I was happy to use with her, and that would support a caring relationship between me and her. I developed techniques that I was quite happy with and became very much addicted to the subject of dog behavior. And in the early days then, when I was working in rescue, and being a foster, I had plenty of opportunities to practice my techniques on a variety of different dogs, which meant I was able to refine my ideas. And not only that, I was able to see the long-term effects of the techniques that I was developing too. This is really important because some techniques appear to work but might have a delay. And sometimes that delay can be quite undesirable but may not necessarily be connected with the original behavior. Some techniques can also wear off if they're not supported with other techniques. You may have experienced this yourself with your own dog. It's quite common to try techniques and then give up because they don't work when paired with other techniques. They can work brilliantly. So working with rescue dogs at home also gave me a great insight into the reality of working with dogs and what it's like to rehabilitate a dog for real and your real life challenges that people do face at home. And of course, unlike puppies, rescue dogs come with their own issues and challenges too. So here I am in Dundee 20 years later with my own developed set of techniques, which I'm still tweaking and refining. I never stopped learning, and although I did most of my training and research 20 years ago, I'm still finding new studies and people to learn from. Recently, I completed a course on canine trauma, which connects beautifully with my rescue dog experience. And this year, I've done a lot of research into separation anxiety, loneliness, and attachment. I've also been learning more about human behavior, as dogs and people are actually pretty similar in lots of ways. So that research has really helped me to understand more about what happens in the brain and why we do what we do. And that's given me a better understanding actually of why my techniques have been working. So I've been self-employed since 2007, but always remained connected to rescue somehow. I was a chairman for a rescue that I'd set up in Northern Ireland for a while, and I was also a guest expert on a Northern Ireland radio show, U105. I wrote a column for a Belfast newspaper for a while too. I've worked privately in Northern Ireland and the north of Ireland, but as I say, I'm in Dundee now. And currently, a lot of the work I do is face-to-face, but I can only help a limited number of people that way, which is quite frustrating for me. I would like to be able to reach more people and share my techniques and ideas with as many people as I can. So this year I'm working on a range of courses, webinars, live talks, and a new book and some other online services and things like that, so that it will help me to reach out to more people. Currently I have a ton of blogs. Last time I checked there were 70. I also have launched my 30-day recall course and a reactive dog behavior training video as well. Those are both available to start straight away, so if you're struggling with recall or have a reactive dog, then check them out. I also have a live talk aimed at rescue dogs and a rescuer coming up in January. This will be perfect for anybody that works in rescue as a volunteer, a rescuer, a fosterer. It'll give you a good understanding of what your dog's going through as they progress through the rescue process, how they settle into their new home, where their needs change, and how you can give them absolutely everything they need at those times. So that's me. Thank you so much for listening. Please do get in touch if you would like my help. And if you're in Dundee, check out my free monthly park walks. New paws are always welcome to those. Otherwise, please watch my socials and website for updates. And take care for now. Lovely to speak to you.